I don't think most people understand why Christians are Christians. Most Christians, like me, I've been down this crazy path of self-discovery. Like, who the flip am I? And when you go down that path, you realize that you just always have this pit in your chest, like this dark circle right here. And you try to fill it with sex, with drugs, with money, with alcohol, with anything. And it gets bigger. It always gets bigger. It always gets bigger. And then when you set a goal, you reach that finish line, it's like, dang, well, I want more. And it's like, whatever you do, it's always there. And that was my story. Like, that pit was always there, and I didn't know how to get rid of it. So I was just like, I'm gonna peace out for a second. I didn't do that though. By the grace of God, I was saved. But you just realize that no matter what you do, when you just put your value in nothing but you as a human, it's just like, it's like a downward spiral. Like, nothing you ever do is gonna be good enough, because you're always gonna let yourself down. You're gonna miss that call. You're gonna hurt that loved one. You're gonna miss that text. You're gonna miss that meeting. Like, no one is ever perfect. And I think that's why people that label themselves as a perfectionist are the most stressed out. Because when you're with God, you're like, God's got this. You know what I mean? It's crazy. And when you truly like hit your rock bottom and you say, you know what, there's got to be more to this God thing. It's very confusing at first because everything feels backwards. Jesus says, you know, whoever comes last will come first. When you serve others, it actually helps you get what you want. Isn't that weird? Like when you watch the episode of The Chosen, where they actually carry the Roman soldiers' gear another mile, they're like, Jesus, what are we doing here, bro? Like these are the Romans. These are our enemies, right? Everybody's like, bro, what the heck? And then at the end, the Romans feel bad, and they're like, well, oh man. Like, it's so backwards because the initial human reaction is, you know what, screw the Romans, man. You guys are oppressing us. No way I'm carrying your stuff. And Jesus says, one more mile. One more mile will carry their stuff. And you just see at the end, the Romans are just like completely 180. And then when you follow Christ, dude, that's what your world does. It does a 180 because everything that you were doing in the beginning, it's like, why was I doing that? Why was I doing that, bro? And now you put others first, and you put your value in something that is the same yesterday, today, and forever, rather than in yourself, because you're always gonna let yourself down. And I think that's what, if you're a Christian, you could totally relate, but that's why most Christians are Christians, because you realize that you're a dirty, rotten sinner, and you'll never be good enough. And if you do that, and if you just put your value in something that will never be good enough, then there it is. You're never good enough. But you put your value in God, who says you're fearfully and wonderfully made, and you're beautiful. You'll always be those things because God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So as I look at my Yappy bracelet, keep the faith, y'all. And yeah, just some late night thoughts.